Welcome to the show, everybody. This is Direct Sports Daily. I'm your host, George Bennett. And today we're going to be talking about the Chris Paul trade that just went down as I'm making this. And so what the Clippers got back in return, they give up Chris Paul and they get Houston's 2018 draft pick, Patrick Beverley, Lou Williams, and Sam Dekker. So my initial thoughts on all of this is the Clippers made out like bandits. Now, Chris Paul had an opt-out in his contract he was going to utilize on July 1st. And by all accounts, he was going to try to sign with Houston anyway. So the Clippers end up getting something in return for their superstar point guard who is now leaving them. And what they got back was a nice little haul. I mean, Lou Williams nearly won Sixth Man of the Year. He got beat out by his teammate Eric Gordon. Sam Dekker, he is what he is. He's basically almost a throw-in piece. I feel like maybe he develops into something. Who knows? Patrick Beverley is like it's kind of hard to trade Chris Paul and then get an upgrade defensively, but in Patrick Beverley, you got that. He's one of the few point guards in the league that's better defensively than Chris Paul. So I think this is like instant return on your investment from bringing in Jerry West if you're the Clippers. And from the Rockets standpoint, I don't like this trade at all. Unless you're able to go out there on Saturday or Sunday and sign some big name free agent. Like maybe you go out and get a big man like Paul Millsap or somebody like that. But unless this was a move to free up cap to go out and get someone in free agency, I don't think the combination of Chris Paul and James Harden puts you over the top in terms of beating a team like the Warriors, especially when you give up a Patrick Beverley and a Lou Williams to do so. I'm just trying to think who else could possibly be out there. Maybe a Blake Griffin you could go after, but I don't know how much cap Houston has and all this, and I feel like that's more the sticking point for all this for me. If you're the Clippers, this is a good deal regardless, because you're going nowhere. Obviously, the Warriors, you have no chance of competing with them. Chris Paul was gonna walk for nothing, so you managed to get something for him, and that's a pretty good consolation prize. A guy who was first team all defense and a guy who nearly won Sixth Man of the Year. So with Lou Williams there, I don't know, maybe you want to still bring him off the bench and maybe re-sign a guy like JJ Redick. I know they like to keep Jamal Crawford coming off the bench as well. I feel like the two of them provide you a great backup backcourt if you are able to re-sign JJ Redick. This may entice Blake Griffin into staying too, and I know no one thought that even as a possibility, but they are the team I think that can pay him the most. So, and Chris Paul, he is pretty. He's getting up there in years, and he doesn't have the ability to stay healthy. We've seen a lot of the time, so I don't know what Houston's gonna do. And then there's the whole dynamic of Chris Paul and James Harden playing together. It's like this past season, moving James Harden to point guard seemed to really benefit that team. But now, obviously, Chris Paul has to come in and be your starting point. So James Harden probably moves back over to the 2 guard. And who knows? Mike D'Antoni's gonna make this work somehow offensively. I know, but I think he lost a lot of firepower. And Beverley, he can hit an open three. And Lou Williams is such a spark plug off the bench, and his outside shooting is some of the best in the league. And I don't know, just I know Houston has some big men, but I feel like they need maybe a Paul Millsap or a Blake Griffin. I can't think of anyone else who is a free agent you could go after. Maybe a Serge Ibaka. So Greg Monroe feels like he would be too. He's not athletic enough to work in Mike D'Antoni's system. So those are just my initial thoughts. I don't know what the Rockets are doing here. I never like the idea of making moves that require you to make other moves on the back end. And I feel like that's what the Rockets did. They left some holes in this roster and took away one of the major benefits of their team, one of the major components of their team, and that was having so many weapons, having 4 guards who could come out, run an offense, and hit open threes all day long. And that was their calling card this season with Beverly, Williams, Gordon, and Harden. And now you just have Paul, Gordon, and Harden. We'll see how it works out. But I want to thank everybody for watching and listening. I've been George Bennett. This has been Direct Sports Daily, and I'll see you next time. And if you liked that video, check out some of our others. And to keep up with all the latest uploads from Direct Sports Daily, hit the subscribe button.